Living in Las Vegas starts now. Well, yes, it does. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome from Las Vegas, Nevada, that groovy little podcast that gives you a true first-person look into what it's like to call Sin City your home. The Living in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Here we go. Easy. And now your host, a man who clearly needs some kind of introduction, otherwise you wouldn't know who he was.
Well, sing it, brother Scotty.
Mr. Scott Whitney. Welcome, everybody, to the Living in Las Vegas podcast here on the Vegas Video Network. Oh, listen to you. Aren't you very friendly? Hey, and congratulations, because you're watching or listening to the longest running podcast about Vegas that actually originates from Vegas. So whether you're a local or a tourist, you come here occasionally, you don't come here that often, you've lived here for years, or maybe you're thinking about moving here, I want you to think of this show as your own secret handshake to all things cool and groovy. Now, our free show is on the first and third Tuesday of each month, 7 o'clock Pacific Time, PM, at VegasVideoNetwork.com/live. Again, VegasVideoNetwork.com/live. Come on over, join us in the live chat. We've got groovy people hanging out. You can see awesome groovy people right there doing some awesome groovy things. It's a lot of fun. You can be a part of the show. I answer your questions. You get to tell me what you think. It's very, very powerful. Plus, a lot of behind-the-scenes opportunities as well. We start our stream about 15 minutes before the live show actually starts, so you can watch us putting this sausage together. And then afterwards, once we wrap the show, hell breaks loose. It's VVN After Dark. That's when we talk about things that we simply did not want on the record. Hey, I'm your host, Scott Whitney. Konnichiwa, buenas noches. How you doing, hot stuff? I'm the founder of the Vegas Video Network, so on behalf of all of the shows, thanks for checking us out. And on behalf of this groovy little podcast, I appreciate your support as well. Okay, let's get this party started. How exciting. Well, it's 2019, my friends. 2019. It's already halfway through the first month. It's zipping by. I wish everybody a happy new year. Hope you had a good time. We had a great time. We did a little bit of Mexico stuff and a little bit of San Diego stuff. It was fantastic. And in the new year here in Las Vegas, there's also new things happening in Las Vegas. Happening downtown, happening on the Strip. So we're going to talk a little bit about the two things that have really gotten my attention of late. We're going to start by thinking about the downtown world, I think. Now, it's interesting. I heard from a gentleman who many of you guys know, Jeff Victor. For those of you who don't remember, Jeff was the president of the Fremont Street Experience, right? He was also the host of FSC Live on the Vegas Video Network. It's a good guy. One of the guys here in Vegas who I really respect. Smart fella, does good work. So he reached out to me and said that they wanted to live stream the reveal of a new casino. Now, who is they? Well, they are the people who own the D. Now, who are those people? It's a guy named Derek and Greg Stevens. They own the D. They own the Golden Gate. They own downtown Las Vegas Event Center. And they also bought a bunch of other things. They bought the Las Vegas Club. As a matter of fact, I believe the Las Vegas Club, which is on the corner of Main Street and Main Street and Fremont Street, I believe the Las Vegas Club was the first property they bought. Then they bought the Fitzgerald, which became the D, and on and on and on. They bought Mermaids, Glitter Gulch, and what ended up happening is these guys basically bought a full city block on Fremont Street. So if you look at Fremont Street from Main Street to First Street, Derek Stevens owns it all. So that's kind of a big deal. Now, if anybody's been walking around that area for a while, you'll notice that there's already some construction going on that north part of Fremont Street between, again, Main and First. And that is this new casino coming. So let me give you a little bit of background of how this live stream Las Vegas thing happened. This was last Thursday that they revealed this. Super cool. So downtown Las Vegas Event Center, which is a pretty cool place as well. It's also, like I said, owned by the folks that own the D. Packed. Lots of invite VIP types of folks there. It was also open to the public. So this big giant tent was full of people, and they had alcohol and food and all kinds of pretty goofy stuff. Tons of press, LA Times, of course, the Review Journal, a bunch of other places as well. So lots of people got around there. At 6:45, the festivities start. So big stage on one side of this tent, giant tent. Jeff Victor comes out and says a few words, and Jeff is smooth like butter, man. He did a nice job up there. And then Mayor Goodman comes up there, and she's, Mayor Goodman, for God's sake, she's the happiest mayor, the second happiest mayor ever after her husband. And it was interesting watching Mayor Goodman, because I've never seen somebody be so effusive about somebody else. She loves her some Derek Stevens. Went on and on and on about how great this guy was. So then Derek comes on. Now, I've seen Derek speak once before at any length. I've seen him. He's at his bar, the long bar at the D. He's there every night, basically. If you ever want to meet him, you can't miss him there. But he came out, and pretty articulate guy. Really has a strong connection, it seemed to me, to Las Vegas. So he got up there and spoke a bit about his background in Vegas. And it was kind of funny. He said the first time he walked into the Westgate Sportsbook, he said to himself, this is the best place in the world. And I think that may have got him hooked. So he spent a little time talking about casino builders in Las Vegas, Sarno and Wynn and whatnot. Then gave some attaboys to people who are doing good work downtown. So he especially gave a shout out to the folks who are building up Fremont East, gave a shout out to Tony Shea and what he's doing with Zappos, and then spent a little time talking about his own staff and how they were critical in his ability to do what he's done so far and what he hopes to do moving forward. And then it led into the big reveal. So they had prepared a video that revealed this new property, and I have a copy of this video. So I'm now going to share that copy of this video with you. Here is the big reveal that Derek introduced last Thursday.
It's true. The lights of Vegas are visible from outer space. That's a world away from what it was back in 1905. It all began as a dusty frontier outpost surrounded by seemingly endless desert. This unlikely outpost in the Nevada desert grew as fast as its reputation, attracting a new breed of American idealists. The dreamers, risk-takers, radicals, and entrepreneurs who sought to make their mark and their fortunes in a place that would one day become the entertainment capital of the world. This is a city where the pioneers set the stage. Men who saw a future far beyond the frontier gambling halls, who brought Vegas the glitz and the glamour. The ones who put skin in the game, took the big risk, and ushered in the golden era of the mega resort, showing everyone to follow what is truly possible in this town. Through each successive decade, the visionaries who shaped this city and its most classic landmarks worked to eclipse all who had come before them. Driven by the power of possibility, these men were as daring and audacious as the buildings they created, one after another, in vibrant neon and shimmering glass. These pioneers stamped their indelible mark on Vegas, building an enduring legacy in which today's outsized dream becomes tomorrow's new reality. Today, channeling the spirit of those legendary pioneers of the past, We're taking their vision beyond all they've done before and going all in to create a new mark on Fremont Street that celebrates the timeless spirit of the city.
You should have heard this during the actual live broadcast, and in this room, it was blasting. It was unbelievably loud. Yes, it was Ozzy that
I was choking in the crowd, building my rain up in the cloud, falling like ashes to the ground, flowing inhibited, limited.
Vegas Vicky makes an appearance.
It rained down like. You made me a believer, believer. Let the bullets fly, let them rain. My life, my love, my life, it came from.
Circa Resort and Casino. That's it. Pretty enthusiastic response at the live event. It was funny. They then had a large neon sign that they went to unveil. They had some technical difficulties getting the curtain in front of it to go away. And this is another example of Jeff. If you watch the live stream, and it's still up. You should check it out because Jeff handled that like a pro. So what's the deal about this place? Circa Resort and Casino. Circa. Now, I'm not sure the idea behind that name. He was asked, Derek was asked about this. He said they went through 100 names over the course of a couple years, and they landed on this, and everybody felt pretty good about it. Circa usually means approximate, like circa 2000, circa 1998. I'm not sure if there's another meaning for that. It might be circa, like it's approximating the other casinos that have grown up. I don't know the genesis of this, but it's a big deal. This is the first new construction from the ground up construction since 1980. So what is that, 40 years since the last time we saw something like this? That's not what I wanted to show you. Sorry about that. That's crazy how long it's been since something like that's happening. I mean, clearly they've put some real effort into the look of this place. I think it looks beautiful. They've done a fantastic job. 770 rooms and suites, so you get that 777, right? Pretty clever. It should be completed December 2020. 5 restaurants, a double-decker casino floor, so 2-level casino floor. Their garage is called the Garage Mahal, okay? And is designed with ride-sharing in mind, so a big focus on the Uber and Lyft kind of world. Multi-level stadium-style sports book. And that's not surprising to anybody. Everybody who knows Derek or have heard about Derek knows he's a big gambler guy. So that kind of makes sense. A multi-level pool and amphitheater. Here's that pool look again. And it's got a 175-foot TV, basically. And in that picture I'm showing you right there, you can see that big monitor, that's where you're seeing the Golden Knights right there. That is facing south. So the pool is a north and south pool, which means that the sun will go across the side of it. Man, lots of work involved with this guy. They're also going to include Vegas Vicky. So that's the mechanical neon light thing that used to be on Fremont Street. It was torn down or taken down for all this property. Apparently they're going to have that in the lobby. And overall, 1.25 million square feet. Don't know what it's going to cost to build, which I think would be interesting as well. So that's it. Big deal. The city of Las Vegas was pretty happy about this. The mayor was, like I said, effusive about what's going on down there. And it'll be interesting to see how this thing progresses. They're doing some nice stuff there. I don't know these guys that well, so I don't have any insight into this. But clearly, they've taken their time to think about how this is going to look, and I wish them well. I want this thing to kick ass, quite frankly. Next up, from the New World. This is on the Strip. Most of you know that the Monte Carlo is no longer in existence. It was transformed to Park MGM. This has been going on for, I don't know, a better part of a year or so. I think they've just finished the Park MGM transformation. And by the way, a part of the Park MGM was the addition of Nomad Hotel. The Nomad Hotel, a restaurant and bar. So the Nomad Hotel is at the top of the casino, of the hotel. It's very much like what they did at Caesars. So Nobu, which is a restaurant there, Nobu is also a hotel, kind of a hotel within a hotel, a higher end hotel, and that's at the top of Caesars. So Nomad, it's at the top of Park MGM. Oh, speaking of Nomad, so the hotel is at the top, but the restaurant is on the ground floor, and the bar is on the ground floor, also kind of like Nobu. I'm going to give you a tip on this restaurant or this bar. So their bar, the Nomad bar, is gorgeous. It is breathtaking. It is easily the best, most beautiful bar I have ever walked into, and I've been into a number of bars. The problem is there's a lot of people at that bar. Is very, very popular. So here's the tip. If you want to have a drink at Nomad, and you want the same kind of service and you want the same kind of drinks, high end, and they're $17, $18 drinks, but they're very, very good. The restaurant, which is across the hall from the bar, also has a much smaller bar that's less attended by people, but it's the same vibe. So when Melissa and I go for a drink there, like we'll go there either before a Vegas Golden Knights game or sometimes after a game. We won't go to the bar, which is packed. We'll go to the restaurant, but go to the bar there. Okay. Anyways, one of the things that is new there is this thing called Eataly. Eataly. Now, there's an Eataly in New York. There's one in Chicago, Boston, LA, and a ton of them around the world. It's pretty hard to describe, quite frankly. Now, I first became aware of them because my daughter went to the Eataly in New York a couple years ago for New Year's, and she said it was the best time she's ever had. Melissa was in Chicago some time ago, and they have a large Eataly there, and she said it was just fantastic and magical, and she couldn't wait to get one here. And we have one here. Very difficult to describe. So I reached out to them and got a walking tour from Ginevra Santo Pietro. Ginevra Santo Pietro. Yeah. And she was nice enough to give us a tour around this really pretty cool offering. And here is that tour.
This location is 40,000 square feet.
Actually, let me go back on that just for a second to kind of tell you where this is. So this is the corner of Park Avenue. You can see Park MGM there. Corner of Park Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard. Okay, here we go.
This location is 40,000 square foot. So it's not that big.
Right.
Our biggest one in Chicago, actually, and this is like a small, cute one.
Okay.
This is the main entrance. In front of us is Cucina del Mercato, which is the new concept that we developed for Vegas only.
Okay.
So it's a concept that you can find just in this location.
Okay.
And if you want to follow me,
Yeah.
we're going to go straight
Apparently, I
to
felt it was okay.
the best part of the store. So here at your left is the first of the bars that we have here in this area in Cucina del Mercato. This is l'Aperitivo bar. Is dedicated to two Italian staples, Negroni and Aperol Spritz. We also do have wines and other cocktails, but this is our celebration of the classic Italian aperitivo.
Okay.
On your right is the chef's table. Is our educational corner. We do classes, events, tastings, private events as well. So basically, if you have a celebration.
Oh, so I can rent this out.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
You can rent it. We'll have a chef just for you.
Nice.
For that occasion, with a kitchen, we're gonna put together a nice menu for you. And then we're gonna come up with classes very, very soon on our website.
Okay, okay.
And here you're in the heart of the store. You can see it looks like, and it wants to look like an old train station. So you have Dequa, you have a flipped out sign behind. On your right is La Salumeria. It's one of the 6 food counters. Each food counter in this area offers you 3 options.
Okay.
One, you can take in this case, the meat and cheeses from the case. So you're right in front 2 of the most loved Italian food items. Formaggi e salumi, meat and cheese.
Right.
So you have 3 options, as I say.
By the way, keep an eye there. This is like 11 o'clock, or no, I'm sorry, 3 o'clock on a Tuesday, and it's busy.
Choose your cheeses and your meats and bring them home and enjoy them home. You can choose the cheeses and the meat that you want, and we're gonna build a board for you, customized.
Oh.
And you can also choose from the menu that we created for our guests. We have the butcher. There. Amazing meat case, and you can choose your cut and bring it home, or you can choose your cut and we'll cook it here for you.
Oh, you can cook it here?
Yes. Or you choose from the menu. So beautiful cuts, right?
Friendly butchers.
Here you have another beverage stop.
Yay!
Enoteca. So dedicated to wine, we have more than 80 labels right here. So this is your main point for wine. And then fish. La pesqueria. So the catch today. You can see it right here. And you same concept as the butcher. You can choose. I want like the Scottish salmon today. I asked them to cook it for me. I'm gonna choose how I want it cooked, and then I'm gonna enjoy it here.
Now, how often are people ordering it and having it cooked here, and are they eating it here?
Quite a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, quite a lot. Because it's, you have the freedom to choose the fish that you prefer from the case.
Right.
And it's something really unique as far as Italy. Cucina del Mercato is the fresh pasta.
Okay.
So you can see our guys making fresh pasta. You can see we still have some white truffle.
Oh, yeah.
And then our house-made fresh pasta. So same concept here. You can take it home, you can enjoy it here.
Now, can I get pasta from there and fish from over there and somehow mix them all together?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we'll give you a buzzer, and when it buzzes, you come and pick it up.
Okay.
Then, at the shoe counter, pizza alla pala, which is the pizza Roman style, is the pizza by the palo. So it's a long pizza. It's super soft inside and super crunchy outside. It's delicious. And then, last but not least, one of my favorite counters. And then they have like little shop. Italian street food dedicated to fritos, so fried. I think fried calamari,
Yeah.
fried arancini or suppli, rotisserie with the rotisserie chicken. Right here, you You can enjoy half chicken and entire chicken. You can enjoy our primary panino. Really delicious. It's high heat right here. Mozzarella. So you can choose mozzarella fior di latte. You can choose
Mozzarella.
burrata or bufala or ricotta, and simply paired with extra virgin olive oil, roasted tomatoes, and basil.
Okay.
So this is cucina del mercato. Then, of course, because we cook what we sell and we sell what we cook, we have the mozzarella lab right here.
Oh. Huh.
So hand stretch mozzarella all day, every day.
How long does it take to make mozzarella?
How long does it take to make mozzarella?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing. And then we have pizza pasta, so one of our staple restaurants with the pasta from Gragnano near Naples and the pizza Napolitan style from Rosso Pomodoro.
Hello. Oh yeah.
So our golden ovens, typical from Rosso Pomodoro, Rosso Pomodoro are the master of the Napolitan pizza, and they follow us in every USA open.
Okay.
And then the pasta fresca di Gragnano. Gragnano is the best place to dry pasta because it's next to Naples. It's on a strategic point where the air from the mountain and the air from the sea, they go together and they create this perfect environment to dry pasta.
Very good.
And then our
Ciao.
celebration of Milan, one of the most important cities in Italy,
Right.
is Gran Caffè Milano. So it's a cafe that we thought to be similar to the old cafe in Milan.
All right.
And you can see it's like elegant. We have an old Vergnano espresso machine over there. Which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Here we serve cocktails, wines, coffee, and soon food. Very, very soon. And soon this will be open overnight as well.
Oh. So what time? What are the hours for all of this?
So the restaurants are open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay.
And then we have La Pazza Cafe for Italian breakfast that opens at 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. And all the quick service counters where our grain bill right away will be open from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. Homage again to Milan. It's the Black Bull. And this is basically the replica of the bull in Galleria Vittorio Emanuele in Milan. And the legend says that if you spin counterclockwise 3 times on the bull, you have one. So, what is the best?
Hold on.
What is the best place that is next to the casino? So you spin and then you go again. So now
Very
you're
good.
fine. Now you have good luck. It's forever.
Finally.
There's no way I'm not doing it.
And then every Italian wants to finish their meal with the sweets, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna head to our sweet counter. So,
Why did you guys decide to build in Las Vegas?
so Las Vegas is one of the cities that no one thinks about in terms of Italian food or
Right.
Italian culture, but we think that right now, like the scenario in Las Vegas and the food scenario in Las Vegas is great.
Very good.
So this is, and Vegas is also famous for show, right?
Yeah,
Wow
right,
moments and
right,
show.
right.
And all we do here is a wow moment.
Right.
The hand stretch mozzarella, our pizzaioli, flipping the pizza dough in the air, making pizza, like everything we do it in front of your eyes. So it's easy for us to put together a show, right?
Got it.
So this is our sweet section. We have Benki, our famous chocolate from Piemonte. Then there's gelato. So house-made gelato, we brought gelato to the desert. House-made gelato, fresh house-made every day. We have Nutella bar with crab and waffles. And then we have cannoli. So the Sicilian cannoli, filled to order. So you come here, you decide your filling, we fill it for you, we put some toppings if you want, fresh every day. Of course, we cannot miss our retail section ever.
Right.
So here you have some of the
Staples.
most traditional and authentic products. So you have the tomato and the pasta and all the extra virgin olive oil, some pastry, and here is our pastry. House-made, of course.
You say that a lot better than I do.
Pasticceria, yes. It's stunning. Look at that almond tray. So we have cakes, we have pasticcini, which are the cute small pastries, Italian small pastries, and croissant. So all you need for the Italian breakfast.
I don't have to leave.
No. If you continue, then you have our panetteria, our bakery with pizza alla pala. So you saw pizza alla romana, pizza alla pala, e cucina del mercato, where you can have the whole pie. Here you can have the slice.
Okay.
Together, of course, with bread. And then here you have bread, you have pizza alla pala by the slice. So quick, if you have a quick break and you want a quick bite, here you go. And then enter to the Heaven wine store. So,
Now, is all of this wine Italian wine?
yes, all
Okay.
Italian wines. And one of the most exciting features here in Las Vegas that is unique in the store in Las Vegas is the Enomatic. The Enomatic is a system that allows you to have a sip of a big bottle that you wouldn't open if you wouldn't finish it right away. And with this system, you can open it and keep it fresh and good for over a month.
Okay.
So here we are in front of Manzo, our butcher-oriented fine dining restaurant. This is still a work in progress. We're opening it later in February. It will be a celebration of meat. With a huge grill, wood-fired grill, PDR, where we can host private dining as well, and a celebration of no butcher.
All right. Special thanks again to Generva. That's a lot of work giving somebody a tour like that. I appreciate that. Hey, for those of you who are listening to the show right now, I would invite you to check out the video. There's a nice, first of all, the video is good looking, but there's also a map that we've superimposed on the video that provides a guide as we walk through this place, because there's a ton of places in this one facility and it can be a little confusing. So we've got this really cool map superimposed on the video that shows a dot in all the places that we are at. Menu review real quick. So overall, what do they have? So restaurants, they have 3 restaurants, one of which is coming up, Monzo. For sweets, if you've got a sweet tooth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different places there. If you're a drinker kind of guy, Vino and Company, they got 2 of those. Those street markets that they had in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those. And then they also have classes and tasting available as well. So true story. After we wrapped up, Nick was with me. I'm not sure if you saw him or heard him, but he was with me. And I said, "Hey, Nick, do you want to grab a drink afterwards?" We had a long week the week prior over at CES. A lot of going on, a lot of stress, a lot of tension and stuff. So I was like, "Hey, let me get you a drink." So we went to that very first bar that we saw in the video. And I'm looking through it, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I really don't want wine because of the carbs, and I'm just going to have an old-fashioned. So he asked me, what do you want for the drink? And I'm like, oh, I'll just take a Maker's Mark. And so they made me an old-fashioned, and they asked, well, what are your options for drinks? And he said, well, we have Maker's Mark, and we have Boulet. Boulet. So Nick's like, I'll have an old fashioned, but I'll try the boulet. I'm like, well, this is kind of fun. A little wacky Italian alcohol, whiskey, whatever the hell it is. And so they went and got the boulet, and it was bullet. Like that's not boulet, that's bullet. All right. But no matter what you call it, I say, let's have a drink on me. Come on! Alrighty, roadie. It's time for Have a Drink on Me. It's part of the show when I tell you I've been to places, I've seen things, I've seen the devil, and I've lived to talk about it. No, I show you a picture of a bar or a speakeasy or a lounge or even a dive bar sometimes, and you guess where I've been. Now you're asking yourself, how do I do that? Well, you send an email. An email? That seems quaint. Thanks. Send it to haveadrink@vegasvideonetwork.com. Again, haveadrink@vegasvideonetwork.com. You send that email with your guest. Now, opportunities to win, opportunities to have multiple entries to win. Let's see how that works. First, if you provide a correct entrance, I pop you in the hat. How about this? If you submit an entry and you're in the live chat during this segment, that's the second time in there. Wait a minute, there's more. If you send a video or a photo entry to Have a Drink on Me, I'll put you in again. If you're the very first correct entry, I'll put you in again. And if you do an intro video to the entire show, that's the fifth opportunity. You get to put your name in the hat. Now, Scott, what do you win? Well, you win a bunch of really groovy things. You could win a drink on me. That's the name. I'll take you to a bar or a speakeasy or a club, and I'll buy you a drink. I don't want to take you to the Dorsey. It's a little pricey. Or let's say you're, oh my God, I think I got rid of my, oh, for the love of God. Oh, there it is. Fantastic. Or let's say you're musically inclined. Sir, Christmas music is no longer in the game. Okay, I get it. But that's in the game. Get Jazzathon. Come on. That's a beautiful thing. You've heard the music every time you've listened to the show. Or if you'd like, you can get a visor. One of these guys right here, by the way. Black like my heart. I think we're out of black. We have red like my heart as well. But look at this. This is a good-looking chapeau right there. Now, here's what happens. Wait, let me take a look. Oh, yeah, that's good. You put the hat on. You put the visor on because you're a winner. I've always thought that of you. You take a picture and you send that to me. Why do you send it to me? Well, magic happens, my friend. What kind of magic, Scott? Well, if you send a picture of yourself in a visor, you become a part of the galaxy of Well, there is Sammy and Ozzy, Deb and Gregor, Bill and Mr. Testy and Steve, Michael and Robert, and then there is Scott. But wait, there's more. There's Michael and then there's more of Michael and Pinky and Alan and Aaron, who are nudists, and Bob and his wife. There's Danny and Shan, who was just on our YouTube channel, and then don't forget Craig and Glenn in New York, and Jimmy and Rob and Ken in Hawaii, and Stuart and Christina, whose all babies are because of my music. She's a runner, by the way. Why would you do that? Don and Jackie and Michael, look out! Get out! And let's not forget Pops, who's won 100,000 times. And then there's Sammy and Carol and a dog and Chris, who's all babies. No, that's the wrong person. And Brett's dad, Scott, Wayne, and of course our buddy Brett. All right. Okay. 15 of 15 correct answers this week. Here is last week's Have a Drink Upon Moi. Boop, 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 boop. There it is. And the clues were cleaver, cleaver, cleaver. Thank you very much. Off strip over on Paradise, new property owned by the good people who own Herbs and Rye over on Sahara. Okay, let's get to it. Okay. Our first correct answer, Ozzy Deb. She gets 1 for the correct answer. Ozzy Deb gets 1 for being the first one. Ozzy Deb also gets 1 for being in the live chat. Interesting, isn't it? Now, I've been thinking to myself, there's something about this Ozzy Deb gal we've got to pay attention to. Here's why. She has been the first entry, the first correct entry in, I'm going to say 4 or 5 times, give or take. I'm like, well, how is this possible? How does one person always get in first? And it occurred to me, wait a minute, where does she live? Australia. And then it reminded me in New Year's Eve, they have New Year's, 12 hours before us? It's not today right now, it's tomorrow right now. So she's watching us 12 hours in the future. So of course she's winning. Of course she's kicking ass. She hears all this stuff 12 hours before anybody else does. It's unfair. And yet, I like it because if you're taking advantage, you might as well take advantage from across the big pond. All right, next up, Blackjack Bolin, which would be a good name for a band. After that, we've got Mr. Testy, 1 for the correct answer. Mr. Testy, 1 for being in the live chat. By the way, Bob's wife is Deborah. Okay. I have never used her name. Next up, we've got Sam Jackson, also known as Sam the Wrench. Followed up, we've got Mike for the Coove. And there you go. Richard Phase Jitter. We've got Mike Beatty. We've got John Herman from New York City. New York City. We've got Tom Yu, longtime player. Bill, 98036. Way to go, Billy. Benke, always in the game. Jaws, Minnesota. Jim from Norwegian Riviera. I'm not sure if he's in the live chat. I thought I might have seen him, but I'm not sure. Paul, Condor, 954. We've got Mad Chipmunk. I did see Mad Chipmunk in there. Mad Chipmunk. There you go. And then finally, you love him. He's your buddy. It's Pops, who has decided to get in the game again. Where'd you go, Pops? There you are. Down there. Stand by. 1 for the correct answer. Pops. 1 for being in the live chat. And then Pops. 1 for this video opus. Go, Pops, go.
Hey kids, Pops here, 7-time winner of the Haddam contest. Happy New Year, everybody. I've won this contest so many times I don't even need the prizes anymore. This is a brand new visor, replace my worn out visor. So until further notice, if my name's drawn and I win, I'm gonna claim the win. Hell, I changed that from 7-time winner to 8-time winner. But I'm gonna give away the prize. Me and Scott will figure out who to give it to. See ya.
Thanks, Pops. Here's something interesting. He didn't name the bar. He just bragged for, what was it? 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 35 seconds. So he got up there, told us how he won 7, and that if he was a winner again, he was going to give it to somebody else. But he didn't actually say the name of the bar. So, I wonder, does that count as an entry? Or should we pull his names out of the hat? Oh, hell, we'll leave him in. It's New Year. I'm feeling pretty good about life. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. La-da-dee, la-da-da. Here we go. And the winner is that one. Our winner is Phase Jitter. Oh, congratulations, my friend Richard. Again, you won yourself a hat, visor, music, or a drink on your buddy Scott. All right, let's look at this week's Have a Drink Upon Moi. It's a pretty easy one, kids. Boink. All right, here are our hints. Hint number 1, it could have been named after the owner, but there are already a lot of buffets running around these here parts. Could have been named after the owner, but I think it'd be confusing because there's a ton of places called buffet around here. Hit number 2, parrot heads, I bet, hang out here a lot. Hit number 2, parrot heads, I bet, hang out here quite a bitski. And then finally, hint number 3, I wonder if you can nibble on sponge cake here. Hint number 3, I wonder if you can nibble on some sponge cake here. If you know the answer, send it to Have a Drink at VegasVideoNetwork.com. Again, Have a Drink at VegasVideoNetwork.com. All right, that's it for the main part of the show. Just wanted to mention one thing before we wrap up. I wanted to thank you guys. The previous episode, we talked about the new concept for shows here, and that is we'll make shows based upon what you guys send us. So the more things that you send us, the more shows that we'll do. And I got a nice number of shows, some really cool ideas. And so we're in the process of working through those and working on the logistics to get these shows lined up for you. But I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule and submitting some ideas for us. So you guys are okay in my book. You'll be all right. All right, that's it. All right. Hey, if you want to reach out to us, easy to do so. Send an email to onairq@livinginlv.com. Again, onairq@livinginlv.com. If you want to send us a voicemail, that's unbelievably easy to do. Just go to our website and Vegas Video Network, and that little orange tab, click on it. You'll see a window pop up, and just click the Start Recording button. That'll allow you to send us a voicemail because you have a microphone attached to your computer. Congratulations. That's pretty cool, right? Hey, what else? iTunes, we're on it. If you are watching or listening to us on iTunes, give us a 5-star review or a thumbs up or whatever those kids do. YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Share us with your friends. We're also on the Roku, 79,000 plus account installations. We're on Stitcher. We're on TuneIn. We're on Chromecast. We're on Spotify, Apple, Google, Fire TV, and the Google Play, and of course, VegasVideoNetwork.com. That's it, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Thanks so much for playing along with us. You guys, hey, didn't say you could stop playing, Mr. Whitney. We'll see you guys next time. When? On the Vegas Video Network. What show? Living in Las Vegas. Take care, everybody.